Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss one numerical which is related to concepts of radial cam. In radial cam we consider motion of the follower perpendicular to the axis of the cam, and here I will discuss two conditions. One is the normal condition and another is the offset condition. So let's start the discussion over the numerical which is related to concept of radial cam, and the numerical is here. In numerical it is given a cam is designed for a knife edge follower with following data. Cam lift 50 mm during 90 degree of cam rotation with simple harmonic motion. Dwell for next 30 degree of cam rotation, return stroke for next 60 degree of cam rotation, and then dwell for remaining 180 degree of cam rotation. Here this is representing the actual angular displacement of the cam. Now we have to draw the profile of the cam for different condition when the line of stroke of the follower passing through the axis of the camshaft and the line of stroke is offset 20 mm from the axis of the camshaft. So for these two conditions we have to draw the profile of the cam. Now some more conditions are also given. The radius of the base circle of the cam is 50 mm. Determine the maximum velocity and acceleration of the follower during its ascent and descent if the cam rotate at 250 rpm. So this is a numerical which is related to radial cam, and the follower which is in contact with the cam is the knife edge follower. Follower is given, it is knife edge follower. So on the basis of type of follower we can define the trace point. So trace point will be at the contact surface only. So here let's read the numerical again and let's define the given values. So we are considering a cam which is in contact with knife edge follower, and we have to draw the profile of the cam here. Here we have to draw the profile of cam. Now cam lift 50 mm during 90 degree. So the stroke value of the follower is given when cam is rotating 90 degree. Cam rotation with simple harmonic motion. The condition is given, that is simple harmonic motion. So first if we are going to draw the displacement diagram of the follower, so it should be on the basis of the condition when follower is moving with simple harmonic motion. And cam lifting the follower during 90 degree of cam rotation. So the stroke of the follower is also given 50 mm. And again outstroke is representing 90 degree. After that dwell for next 30 degree of cam rotation. So first dwell is 30 degree. Return stroke for next 60 degree. And for next, after this return stroke, dwell for remaining 180 degree of cam rotation. So here we have these values: outstroke, return stroke, and two dwells: 90, 60, 30 and 180. So when we draw the profile of the cam, so we will use these angles to define the value of outstroke, return stroke and dwells over the circle. Now here we have to draw the profile of the cam for two conditions when line of the stroke of the follower passing through the axis of the camshaft. So here in previous lesson I have discussed one condition by which we have drawn the profile of the cam. So that condition is similar to this first part. So as per that concept we can draw the profile of the cam. Now second condition is when the line of the stroke is offset 20 mm from the axis of the shaft. So if we are considering the follower is situated 20 centimeter away from the center point of the cam, or distance between the connecting point of the follower and the cam and the center point of the cam, horizontal distance is 20 mm. That is called the offset condition. So for that condition we have to draw the profile of the cam. So for both the condition we have to draw the profile of the cam, as well as radius of the base circle is given. So this base circle radius for the cam we will use to draw the profile of the cam, and apart from that, we also have to determine the maximum velocity and acceleration of the follower during its ascent and descent if the cam rotate at 250 rpm. So the speed of the cam is also given 250 rpm, and during the outstroke and return stroke, this ascent and descent is representing the outstroke and return stroke when the follower is moving upward and downward. Ascent is representing when the follower is moving upward direction, and descent is representing when the follower is moving in downward direction. So in that both the condition, we have to determine the maximum velocity and acceleration when the cam is rotating with 250 rpm speed. So this is our numerical, and we have to solve this numerical. So let's start the solution. So let's start the solution here. So before going to draw the profile of the radial cam, here we need to determine the displacement of the follower, or we have to draw the displacement diagram for the follower. So first we need to know some basic values like stroke of the follower, outstroke, return stroke, and dwell period. So here we have these values: outstroke 90 degree, return stroke 60 degree, dwell period is also given, and stroke of the follower is also given. So first we will convert the outstroke. This theta naught is representing outstroke and theta r is representing the return stroke. So we will convert this angle 90 degree and 60 degree into radians. So it will be 90 into pi by 180. So it will be 1.571 radians. And this theta r, it will be 60 into pi by 180. So it will be 1.047 radians. So here we have these values theta naught and theta r in terms of radians, and there is no need to convert the value of dwell in radians because we have to draw, or we have to use these two values to draw the profile of the cam only. So here we have these two values theta naught and theta r, and dwell period is also given, and stroke value we also have 50 mm. So first we will draw the displacement diagram for the follower. As we know, the condition is given, that is simple harmonic motion. So I have discussed this condition, simple harmonic motion, and for this particular condition how we can draw the displacement diagram of the follower. So same procedure we will follow here. Now first we will draw one horizontal line which is representing the angular displacement of the cam. So this is our horizontal line which is representing angular displacement of the cam, and one vertical line, this is representing the displacement. As we know, this angular displacement of cam is divided into 4 parts: outstroke, dwell, return stroke, then dwell. So we will mark, let us consider this point is the starting point as point A. So from this particular point, we will mark the outstroke, dwell, then return stroke, then dwell. So these are the 4 parts. Theta naught and theta r are representing the outstroke and return stroke. So as per these values, we will mark theta naught, theta r, and both dwells. So here we will mark the horizontal line with theta naught and theta r and dwells. Now from this condition simple harmonic motion, if we want to define the displacement curve or displacement diagram, in that condition we need to mark this vertical line is equal to stroke. So if we are considering S is the stroke, so stroke value is given in numerical, it is 50 mm. So this S equals to 50 mm. We will draw this vertical line. So this is equals to 50 mm. Now what we will do, as per the concept of simple harmonic motion, we will take center of this vertical line and we will draw a semicircle with diameter equals to S. So this semicircle we will draw with diameter S. Now we have theta naught and theta r. So next step is to divide this theta naught and theta r into equal number of parts. So if we are dividing this theta naught and theta r into 6 equal number of parts, so here we will divide outstroke and return stroke into 6 number of equal parts. So this vertical line is representing division of this theta naught and theta r into 6 parts. Now from this semicircle, here we will mark first the center of the semicircle. So from this center, we will divide this semicircle also into 6 number of equal parts. So this circle or semicircle is divided into 6 number of parts, and we have this horizontal line which is representing the total angle theta. It is equals to 360 degree, which is the summation of theta naught, theta r and 2 dwell period. So if we are considering theta, so theta would be 360 degree angle. Now here we have 6 points in this semicircle. So what we will do, we have marked this point as A, B, C, D, E, Y in this semicircle. So we will draw a line parallel to this horizontal line AP. So here I have drawn lines from point A, B, C, D, E parallel to this line capital A, P, or parallel to this angular displacement of cam line. Now this particular horizontal line is intersecting all the vertical lines which is passing through point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0 dash, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash. So all the intersection points we will mark. So here the line which is passing through point A, horizontal line, and the line which is passing through point 1, vertical line, we will mark that point as first intersection point. Similarly, the line which is passing through point B, horizontal line, and the vertical line which is passing through this point 2, so this will be our intersection point. So in similar way, we will mark all the point. The horizontal line which is passing through point C and the vertical line which is passing through point 3. So this will be our intersection point. Horizontal line which is passing through point D parallel to this angular displacement of cam, and the vertical line which is passing through point 4. So this will be our intersection point. And for point 5, vertical line, and for point E, horizontal line, this will be our intersection point. And point 6 and the line which is passing through Y, it is already drawn, so it will intersect at point G. So this is our displacement curve, or the points of the displacement curve for the simple harmonic motion of the follower. So we will join all these points, and as we know, A is the starting point, so this curve will start from this particular point A only, and A we consider as the trace point also. So this is the curve for the outstroke of the follower for 90 degree. Now after that, G to H we have as the dwell period, so it will be a straight line only or in the form of curve. Now this H point we are considering as the starting point of the return stroke. So from this particular point, we will mark all other points in return stroke. So from point E, we will mark this line here, the horizontal line which is passing through point E and the line which is passing through point 1. So this will be our intersection point. The point will be 1 dash and the point will be E, and the line which is passing through both the points in horizontal and vertical direction. So we will mark the intersection point. In similar way, we will mark all other intersection point. So for 2 dash vertical line and for D horizontal line, intersection point will be this. For 3 dash and C, intersection point will be this. For 4 dash and B, this will be intersection point, and for A and 5 dash, this will be intersection point, and for A and 6 dash, this will be our intersection point. So we will mark all other points, and here we will join these points to form the displacement curve. So here we have this diagram. Now after this particular point, after end of the return stroke, we will consider the straight line as the dwell period 180 degrees. So this line will be continue up to 180 degree dwell period. So from A to G, G to H and H to P, or if we are writing this point as X, so AGHPX is representing the displacement diagram. Now we will use this displacement diagram to draw the profile of the radial cam. So if we want to draw the profile of the radial cam, in that case, what we have to do, first we need to find out the position of the follower. So it is given here, for two conditions we have to draw the cam profile. First condition is when line of stroke of follower passes through the axis of camshaft. In that case, the position of the follower will be here. So the contact point of the follower and the profile of the radial cam is called the trace point. And we have the value of the base circle or the diameter of the base circle. Here radius of the base circle is given, not diameter. So radius is given 50 mm. So we will first draw the circle with 50 mm radius, and then we will mark the trace point A, which is the connecting point of the follower and the cam. So first we will draw a circle with center O and radius 50 mm. Now for the first condition, this should be the position of the follower. So we will mark here the trace point as point A. Now after that, as per the previous concept of the radial cam profile which we have discussed in previous lesson, what we will do, we have the value of outstroke, dwell, return stroke, then dwell. So we will mark the position of the outstroke, return stroke and both the dwell from point A. So here we have point A, so we will join this A and O. This is the straight line. Now from point A, with this line AO, first we will mark this particular outstroke, then dwell, then return stroke, then dwell. So let's mark the values of the outstroke. So as we have here the first outstroke as 90 degree, so this should be our outstroke. Now after that we have dwell period. So this 30 degree will be the dwell period. After that 60 degree will be the next return stroke. So this will be our return stroke. So here we have four parts. First is outstroke, then dwell, then return stroke, and rest of the part, this 180 degree will be again dwell. So we will use these two parts, 90 degree and 60 degree, to define the profile of the cam. So our next step is to divide this outstroke and return stroke into equal number of parts. So we have divided displacement diagram into 6 number of parts. So here we have 6 number of parts for outstroke and return stroke. So we will mark these point as 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dash. So here we have 6 number of part for outstroke and return stroke, and we will mark these point with intersection point of these lines, these straight lines and the circle. So over the circumference of circle, we will mark these 6 number of points for each stroke. Now what we will do, we will extend these lines. So here these lines are extended. Now if we want to mark the profile of the cam, so we have to prefer the displacement diagram of the follower. So let's see this diagram. Here, as per the previous concept, what we will do, we will mark these vertical distances. Here if we are marking these points as B, C, D, E, F, J, K, L, M, N. So here 1B, 2C, 3D, 4E, 5F and 6G. We will mark on outstroke. Then 0 dash H, 1 dash J, 2 dash K, 3 dash L, 4 dash M, 5 dash N, and this 6 dash we will mark on the return stroke. So we will first determine the distances, these particular distances, and then we will mark these distances over the inclined line of the cam. So here we have marked these points as B, C, D, E, F, G. Now we will join all these points. So this is the profile of the outstroke for the radial cam. Now we will mark all the points over this return stroke. So from 0 dash to H, from this diagram 0 dash to H, we will mark this particular point. So we will join G and H. Now further we will mark as 1 dash J, 2 dash K, 4 dash L, 5 dash M, and then 6 dash. So after joining these points J, K, L, M, N, and this point should be P, that is 6 dash. So this particular profile here I have drawn with the help of black pen. So this particular black curve is representing the profile of the radial cam for the first condition, when this point A is the trace point of the radial cam, when this follower is in contact with the cam at this particular point A. Now second condition is the line of stroke is offset 20 mm from the axis of camshaft. So for offset condition, how we can draw this particular cam profile? So for offset condition, first we need to draw the base circle. So this is our center O, and we have the base circle as 50 mm, and we have to define the position of the follower first. So as we have this center and we know the offset dimension is given 20 mm. So first we will draw a circle that is called the offset circle with 20 mm diameter. So this another circle we will draw with 20 mm diameter. First we will draw this bigger circle with 50 mm diameter, then this smaller circle with 20 mm diameter. So here we can get the exact position of the follower. So this particular distance is representing the offset distance where follower is placed. So at this particular point, we will draw a vertical line which is representing the axis of the follower. Here we have the camshaft and camshaft axis which is passing through center O. So from center O we will draw one offset circle, so we can define the position of the offset or the position of the follower on the base circle of the cam. So this is the axis of the follower. So at this particular point, we will define the position of the follower, and this particular point we will consider as a trace point A. Now here we have the position of trace point A and the center of the base circle. So we will join these 2 points A and O. So now we have this particular baseline, and from here only we will define the outstroke, dwell and return stroke. So A is the trace point and O is the center. Now from this OA we will define the value of the outstroke, that is 90 degree. So this is our 90 degree outstroke. Now after that we will define the dwell period. So from here 30 degree would be the dwell period. So this is our dwell period. Now after that we will define 60 degree, that is return stroke. So this is our 60 degree. So this is theta naught, this is dwell, this is theta r, and after that complete will be dwell. So here we have these terms. Now after that what we have to do, so here we have these strokes. So we will do here same process. We will divide this stroke, outstroke and return stroke, into 6 number of equal parts. So here we have divided this outstroke in 6 number of parts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this return stroke into 6 number of parts from 0 dash to 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash. So here we have 6 number of parts. Now here the procedure is something different from the previous case. Here we will use the base circle and we will join these points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the base circle as the line which is tangent over the base circle. So we will draw a tangent over this base circle from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash. So here we have marked all the points and we have drawn the tangent over the base circle which is passing through each and every point from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 0 dash, 1 dash, 2 dash up to 6 dash. Now what we will do, we will follow the same process as we have done in the previous concept. Here we will use the same displacement diagram and we will mark these points 1B, 2C, 3D, 4E, 5F and 6G as the distances. Similarly 0-H, 1-J, 2-K, 3-L, 4-M, 5-N and 6- that is P as the point of the profile of the cam. So from this point we will draw, from this point 1 we will mark 1B, then 2C, then 3D, then 4E, then 5F and 6G. So we will join these points. So this is for the outstroke. Now similarly we will draw from 0 dash to H, then 1 dash to J, 3 dash to K, 4 dash to L, 1 dash to H, 2 dash to J, 3 dash to K. So 1 dash to J, 2 dash to K, 3 dash to L, 4 dash to M, 5 dash to N, and we will join these points further. So here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M and P is representing the profile of the radial cam when the follower is offset from the center of the cam or center of the base circle. So this is our second condition, and this is the profile which is related to second condition. Now here we have to determine some terms. So it is given here, radius of the base circle and offset distance is given. So and the cam is rotating with 250 rpm. So we need to determine the maximum velocity and acceleration for the follower for ascent and descent, or we can say outstroke or return stroke. So if we want to determine the maximum velocity of follower, so it is represented by this equation, this term pi omega s by theta naught, and theta naught is representing the outstroke of the cam or angular displacement of the cam when the follower is moving in upward direction. So here we need to determine the value of omega. So omega value we have 2 pi n by 60, so it is 26.1 radian per second. Now we will put this omega value, and we know the value of s also. Stroke is given 50 mm. So we will convert this into meter. We have the value of theta naught and theta r in terms of radians. So we will put these values. So here V naught we will determine as maximum velocity of follower for outstroke. So it will be pi omega s by 2 theta naught. So it will be equals to pi into 26.1, we have the value of omega, into stroke is given 0.05 meter, divided by 2 into theta naught in terms of radians. So V naught will be 1.304 meter per second. So here if we want to determine the maximum velocity for the return stroke, so it will be VR equals to pi omega s by 2 theta r. So we have all the values, and theta r value we will put as 1.047. So the final value of VR is, so VR will be 1.95 meter per second. It means this radial velocity during the return stroke is greater than the outstroke. So the follower will come fast with this velocity compared to when it goes in upward direction. Now if we want to determine the maximum acceleration, so we will determine for both the condition, outstroke and return stroke. So here we have the formula for maximum acceleration for outstroke. So A naught will be pi square omega square s by 2 theta naught square. So we will put the values here. So A naught value will be 1.08 meter per second square, and the maximum acceleration for return stroke, and the value of AR is 2.43 meter per second square. So here we have all the values, maximum acceleration for return stroke and the outstroke, and velocity for the return stroke and for the outstroke. So here is the solution of this particular numerical. Thank you so much.